All right. I mean,
You know what?
That was pretty.
We all got bamboozled.
Yeah.
I just figured it out.
What is it?
They just made the Super League.
Yeah. That's what that is.
Breaking here first, guys. They made a Super League.
Yeah. Because all the
They made it a league phase.
all the teams that like don't normally get in because
Yeah.
they're missing out.
You still cater to them.
all the UEFA teams. All the teams that go to the Europa Cup are gonna just automatically go to the Champions League tournament.
You just made a Super League, yeah.
Wow! This is Hermanos FC, and on this episode, we're gonna learn how to understand the new Champions League format. With a little bit of editing magic, we're gonna figure it out as we go along, so we're not here in quietness trying to figure out how to do this. I'm joined today with my brother again, as usual. Juan, how are you?
I'm okay.
All right, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Now, let's understand the Champions League. So I want to go to... Now, you haven't... Do you know anything about it?
I don't know anything. I don't know who's playing. I don't know who qualified.
Okay. Great. We're off to a good start here. I'm gonna put this up on the TV, and I'll see when I edit this because we're gonna have to figure it out on the fly. We'll see. We're probably gonna cut a lot of this out because
That is okay with me.
Okay, let's see. So this is where I put it up on the screen. This is the official. This is from the UEFA website.
Man, reading? Holy shit.
Okay, so obviously one of the major things that it's going to be 36 clubs now, as opposed to it used to be 32. That's like the big thing because they want more money, more games. Under the new format, teams will play 8 matches in the new league phase. Formerly, it's called the group stage, so it's not called the league phase. They will no longer play 3 opponents twice, home and away, but instead will face fixtures against 8 different teams, playing half of those matches at home and half of them away. Damn.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's no.
So you only play once.
Huh. But so there's.
I don't need to play you home and away anymore. So there's 8 teams in one group now, instead of 4.
Right.
Right. So
and you play everyone once.
You play everyone once, and it's either home or away. You can't really decide.
Right. So you could have tougher games
at home, away, and then at home.
Wow. To determine the different opponents, the team will initially be ranked by 4 seeding pots. Each team will be drawn to play 2 opponents from each of these pots, playing 1 match against a team from each pot at home and 1 away. This gives opportunity to the clubs to test themselves against a wider range of opponent and raises the prospect of fans seeing top teams go head-to-head more often and earlier.
I don't need to know their why. I just need to know how it works. Obviously, it's for money.
How will the 4 extra Champions League group stage spots be allocated? Is that important?
No.
The 4 extra Champions League group stage spots?
No.
Okay. So that makes sense. Okay, so they're going to play 8. That's, I think, the biggest thing that I didn't know is 8.
That's all I needed to know. Because I think it's still going to be the top 4, right? It's not going to go like the 5th spot.
The top 4 of each league around Europe to go play.
Right?
Right.
Maybe we could see that. Try to find that real quick.
What? I think that's what this was.
So read that real quick.
Qualification will continue to be open and dependent on the club's final position in the previous season's domestic league. Okay, yeah. The basis of the access
system. So look, there you go. Look.
Slot 1.
So, no. This place will go to the club ranked 3rd in the championship of the association in the 5th position of the access list. I don't know what the I just read.
Where'd you read that?
Right there, slot 1.
Slot 2? No, slot 2. So it's 1 through 5 that are going to go to the Champions League.
Sure. I'm confusing myself.
Slot 2, the place will be awarded to a domestic champion by extending 4 to 5 the number of clubs qualifying via the Champions Path.
You guys make this shit more complicated.
Okay, so
like why?
It seems to me that the 5th spot, a 5th spot in a domestic league can qualify, but they have to go through qualifying rounds.
I think that was just happened like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so you could make it to
where
the
Chelsea had to play No, they were doing the Europa League or UEFA
I don't know
Conference.
if this. I don't think that this transferred from last season. This is going into now.
To the new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
You know what? I just gotta say.
So I don't think they're gonna play this.
I can't speak bad about UEFA because hopefully one day they'll send me some shit. But what the hell, man? Why do you guys make it so complicated?
Okay, hang on. How will teams reach the Champions League knockout phase? Will the format of the knockout phase change? Okay. The results of each match will decide the overall ranking in the new league. 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw still apply. The top 8 sides in the league will qualify automatically for the round of 16, while the teams finishing 9th through 24th will compete in a 2-legged knockout phase playoff to secure their path to the last 16 of the competition. So 8 will go automatically, and then the other 8 have to fight to get to the 16 again.
Okay.
So the top 8 teams...
You just added another 4 for them. They were supposed to be playing 1 each.
Well, it gets...
What are you guys doing?
It's more games. That's literally what we're going to learn from this is they're just going to play a lot more games.
What are you guys doing to these soccer players?
Yeah.
They're barely with their families.
Yeah.
They're always at
Look at this. The new format with all the teams ranked together in a single league will mean there is more to play for along the way to the final. Like more, that's just code for there's going to be more games. You know what,
guys? If you're in the leagues or any of you guys are watching, don't qualify for the Champions League anymore and just win your leagues because this is too much.
Yeah.
They added 2 more games for you guys during an already hectic schedule, and if you if you're not in the top 8, you play another 4. Another 2 more, home and away. So that's an added game.
Look,
those are added games to be determined too because they're not in the season.
Europa League, it will change too. So they're gonna kind of do something similar. How will a calendar look for the new format? The Champions League and Europa League matches will be played between September and January. Blah, blah, blah. Each of the 3 UEFA club competitions will have 1 exclusive match week. So they'll play weekly. Every game counts. They're just going to have to... really what we're learning here is they're going to play more.
So by this standard, I think Chelsea were looking into the future, and they're set to win everything. Because you need a deep-ass bench, right?
That's interesting.
You're playing every 4 days.
Yeah. All right, so there's actually a video on the UEFA website that kind of gives us. So we're gonna watch it to kind of get a better understanding. I think we get it.
No, but we're also gonna link it in our bio for this video.
Yeah, we'll link it. Yeah, we'll link it
so you guys can kind of understand what's going on because we get it and also we don't get it at the same time.
It just technically they're just gonna play more games, but let's see. All right,
you know what?
That was pretty...
We all got bamboozled.
Yeah.
I just figured it out.
What is it?
They just made the Super League.
Yeah. That's what that is.
Breaking here first, guys. They made a Super League.
Yeah. Because
they made it a league phase.
All the teams that don't normally get in because they're missing out. You still cater to them. All the UEFA teams. All the teams that go to the Europa Cup are gonna just automatically go to the Champions League tournament.
You just made a Super League, yeah.
Wow. Damn, that is it. This is what makes the first intro.
Yeah.
So the Champions League is literally the new Super League.
Yeah.
They figured it out.
They got it. They got us all. We're all super hey, more teams, more games. Damn, they made a Super League.
I'm kind of impressed in the ingenuity of how cruel that is.
That's why they were like, hey guys, chill. We don't need a Super League. We got it covered. Because you're actually ruining my plan.
They were not going to say no to the amount of money that idea was too good to be like, okay, sure, we won't do it.
They're like, then they try to play it off that they're like, hey, it's always going to be fast changing and goals and all this count. Dude, it's always going to be the same teams up in the top 5.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. How did it click for you? I'm so curious. I did not even think about it at all. I'm blown away, actually.
Well, in the video, like, it's gonna sound really stupid.
Right.
He literally just made it into a league.
You're right. Wow.
That's how I figured it out. That's how I figured it out. Sorry. And when he put the league chart, I was just like, oh, this is a league.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an idiot.
Wow, okay. So that opens up to they just got their way.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are we gonna say?
I mean,
about
you know
it?
what too, and I really haven't been paying attention to soccer lately because we're on international break and all that stuff like that. De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne. Why can I say that?
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva were pissed at this. They were like interviewed, and they're very they're very like blunt. They don't beat around the bush, and they were saying that like we don't even see our families anymore. So like, why are you guys adding on more? And
yeah, I mean,
they only get like a month off out of
the year.
I mean, a month. I mean, we're Americans, so that seems like a lot for vacation. But I know Europeans are like 2-3 months of vacation, but we only get 2 weeks, guys. So a month sounds pretty good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the perspective is.
In conclusion, stop complaining.
No. The real thing is that they are getting overplayed, like for real.
Yeah, but the crappy part about this is like, okay, yeah, they're gonna get injured more.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you finish your point, and I'll tell you my crappy part.
Creates higher injuries, less importance on leagues, or FA Cup, or I'm only talking about domestic cups
and domestic cups.
Domestic leagues and domestic cups, yes. And that kind of, or maybe double. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Well, I think for me, the what sucks the most out of this is that since it is like a de facto super league now, what ends up what the issue was for that, the main issue for that, the whole idea of that was that the smaller clubs were going to get like phased out, and this is doing the same thing because the bigger
top
clubs,
what did it say, 25 through 36 get it automatically eliminated.
The bigger clubs are going to get their money still. They're still going to get that money. Sure, do you give opportunity to smaller clubs? There is always that possibility.
You're giving them a fraction of the money, sure, but they're not.
It's still the same idea that they're not gonna.
The idea that a Cinderella story for a Champions League is non-existent in my opinion.
Like for real,
that's not gonna really happen, right?
It's never happened, has it?
I don't fucking know.
No, there's never been like a team that wasn't. No, maybe in. The only time that kind of happens a little more often is like in, like Nations League kind of stuff, like how Greece won the the Euro that one time. So it's stuff that can happen. I think more.
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen in Champions. That's not happening in Champions League.
No, you're not gonna beat a $1 billion club against a team that's.
No, it's not gonna happen. So, UEFA, I love what you guys did, honestly.
From a purely sadistic capitalist mindset, stroke of genius, but that is really messed up. Like for real, they're going to play more games. How many more games is it though? In truly, 4 more games?
Yeah. No. Actually, wait. There's 4. 2, 4, 6, 8.
No, 4. No, I was saying 4 extra games on top of what they play.
If you get into the knockout, it's 2 extra games. I think.
So how many do they play?
Well, in the knockout round, when it was only 4, it was already 8 games. You have to do home and away.
Mm.
So a group of 8 just kind of stays the same.
Well, I think it's the initial pot thing is where they're going to play more games. Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, the thing is that, like you said, you're right though. It becomes its own thing, and they're going to put more importance.
Or maybe if it's not more games, it's still more traveling.
Have to go. It's still more of what they have. Regardless, it still is more.
Yeah.
Do you think? So you think good UEFA?
I got to see it play out, but they got to shorten some games somewhere in there.
What do you mean shorten games?
Like either domestic or something, or fucking stop doing home and away games and just do one and done type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
well, what ends up happening is that these bigger clubs don't give a shit about like the domestic.
More like
stuff.
the round of 16. Honestly, if I'm being honest, just one and done it. Why don't I need to play? From there on, one and done. Make it all knockout.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see how the Champions League plans out this year. I'm kind of confused if it's being like implemented in this one. I'm not sure if it can't be because they can't. The rules last year weren't if the top 5 or whatever. So I think it's gonna start now.
It's gonna start now, and then we'll see how it goes.
Right. I guess. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bueno. That's it for this episode. Join us on the next one where we try to figure out something else about the soccer world that we just completely don't understand.
Bye, everybody. Suck it.
All right.